This is Vinny Chopra, Vinny Smile Chopra. Thank you for following me on social channels, listening to my podcast, YouTube channel, all the different channels, and also liking the podcast. Please give us a 5-star review, subscribe to it, share the content. My blogs are there. Please watch them too and read them. Also, YouTube channel, all the different ones. My Vinney and Beau show on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific every week, and also Abundance Mindset with Vinny and Walter Amarello on Thursday live. Please enjoy this show. Thanks again for everything. God bless you. Hi there, friends. This is Vinny and Beau, your friends Vinny and Beau show. We come to you every Friday, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern time. How are you, Beau? How is the baby? And he's growing. I know I saw pictures with Bray and you, family portraits, and I know I loved the one for Halloween, brother. That was a great costume and everything. How are ya?
We're doing well. It's actually my wife's, it's Brisa's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Birthday. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go to sushi. We have this restaurant that does sushi and Thai food. It's really good in here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
We're gonna do that for dinner with my parents, and it's been good and excited for 2025.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are feeling it in their pocketbook right now, but I actually had a rather good year. And so what that tells me is, look, if you have the grit and you can pivot, you're gonna make money. So that's and today we're gonna dive into some news that I've pulled and some articles you pulled and just talk about what's going on. So I'll start. Commercial real estate loans redefaults have surged to the highest levels in the decade with 90% increase compared to 2023. This rise is largely attributed to the extend and pretend strategy where lenders modify and extend loans in hope for future rate cuts to facilitate the refinancing. In 2024, loan modifications had reached approximately $22 billion, surpassing the $16.8 billion in 2023. Despite these efforts, many borrowers are redefaulting, indicating that such strategies may only delay inevitable, I can't say that word right, default. And so that's probably accurate. So the question is, will rates come down after January? And so will they put pressure to drop rates? Will that actually happen? I don't know, with the tariffs and things. So if that doesn't happen, these commercial properties aren't going to be able to refinance. The loans aren't going to size. And so we could see a surge in defaults.
You're so right about it. I know in multifamily, I keep the pulse on that side. And there are people who are selling their assets in certain very good markets at 28% off, 20 to 30% off, 28 to 30. I saw somebody just told me that somebody is buying a lot in Houston. That's interesting. I used to have 16 assets over there. I sold them at good price and everything, but maybe it's time to come back in there. I know some properties, whoever bought higher, and I also bought one higher, we have to give concessions. As a matter of fact, I was in the management meeting. So I think you have to be careful how much you are paying for it, of course, what percentage of the replacement cost, and is it cash flowing, or how long can you carry, because the notes are coming due. If you get the equity of the investors, 50% even, right? Then you get some hard money lender to come in to close the deal. But then when are you going to refinance? Just like you said, tariffs with new government, Trump and all, what will happen to inflation? See, that's where I'm worried about. I think we hike the interest rates to cut down the inflation. We are close to 2.3 or something. But what will happen after the new administration comes in? So nobody's got a crystal ball. It's just something. I know the starts are down. And I was just reading another news that in the metro area, Fort Worth, Dallas, and Austin, everywhere, lots of 440,000 new apartment units are coming on the market. That's ridiculous. They got started earlier, and now they are finishing up, so there'll be glut of that also, which is going to hurt us. Those people who are buying these multifamilies, older ones, and the new product comes, guess what? If they're going to get the same rent as the older properties, where will the residents go? Residents are going to be flocking those new apartments because they want nicer amenities and everything. Anyway, so it's a big turmoil right now. And then, of course, I'm into hospitality, also hotels. I find we are opening up a hotel next year over there in the peninsula, Florida Panhandle, and looking at building some hotels at the very sought after locations near airports and so forth. There is two hotels we are trying to negotiate in north side, I can't say the location, of Dallas and everything, and looking at some other avenues, so on. And senior living, which is, again, senior living is not affected by economy, but at the same token, you got to buy it right. You just cannot just dig into it, because operations takes a lot of time. Occupancy of bringing seniors into your, which I'm finding myself in Arizona, in Scottsdale, it's a curve. You got to get to know the placement agents, and they came this week. By the way, we had open house at the 10-bedroom, 9.5 bathroom. They loved it. Everything, they loved it. They said in this Paradise Valley, to our community manager, this is one of the nicest REL. Go ahead, please.
Did you bring in the different placement managers to come walk the property? Okay.
I think there were 22 of them came, and we gave them full tour of our residential assisted living location. They loved the location. It's a magic zip code in Paradise Valley, I understand, near to hospital and all. They said we shall have no problem filling your REL.
Yeah, I've been thinking there's some franchises that have their business model is senior placement. I like that business model because no brick and mortar location. It's already what I do. I like the space, and I think I'd be good at it. And
we should do it together. Oh my gosh, I have to pay them 1 month rent. That's the common. So $5,000 every senior. These placement agents place. There are lots of them. Some of them in Phoenix and Arizona, and I love them all. They are really nice ladies and men. They are very passionate about working with the doctors, rehab centers, hospitals, and all, and they've built a good reputation. So when they bring the seniors and their children to tour, they want to give them to the best of the best locations. So that's what I'm finding. And then you pay them, I think, 1 month rent. Home for mom, or place for mom. Place for mom charges 125% of the rent, I found out. So they don't take 1%. They say we want 100%.
1 month.
They take 125%. We have, go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, I think it's an interesting business model. I see the opportunity, and I could hire people to work for me, right? That do the placing. Totally. I would learn the business though, because the only way but there's some good franchise models out there that are in this space that intrigue me, because it's a low startup cost, and I think that's really just it's a numbers game. Getting good at it, and then getting
partner with you, brother. And if we do it in Phoenix area, because I want to buy more RELs, let's chat about it.
I would have to do it here because I'm here, if that's the problem.
Oh, Las Vegas. And guess what? In our class this Wednesday, my students brought some statistics. Las Vegas is one of the top locations for seniors retiring and for assisted senior living residential. It showed up on the top. Wow. Of course, Mississippi showed up too. Mississippi is more affordable and things like that, Alabama. But Las Vegas was up there. Yeah, sorry.
I think Las Vegas, Warner Brothers, for example, is doing a huge movie studio out here in partnership with UNLV, the university. I've always been pro growth in Las Vegas, and I think this is going to continue because you're going to get all the Southern California people, Northern California. They're either going to go to Arizona or they're going to come here because of the dry heat and the lifestyle.
I like.
Hi, friends. This is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey, Vinny, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back. Apartment syndication made easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon. Very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening. 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. If you, printed means digital, if you can't afford it, but I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
So I would definitely, I definitely want to branch out in 2025. My other businesses are thriving, but I also want to start building a bigger ecosystem.
Yes.
And I think whatever venture I do, I know if I put my head into it, I'd be successful.
Totally.
Yeah.
As we come out this show, please, anybody who is interested in senior living space, please reach out to Beau or I. And if you are in Las Vegas, we would love to get to know you and see if we can, do some partnerships or, do syndications and raising money and all that stuff. But the key factor, I also find there are 5 more hotels coming. My very good friend who's a billionaire over there in Las Vegas, he shared with me that even foreign money is coming from India and other places, Dubai and all, to build these hotels. And it's going to be a very big coalition of a lot of great people. So I think Las Vegas is on a growth pattern again. It has been growing, but I'll do some more research today and, let's talk about it. Oh, I like that. Yes.
All right, here's another update here. The Federal Reserve latest supervision reports reveals the large U.S. banks are experiencing an 11% delinquency rate on office loans, which is expected, the highest since 2014. The surge is attributed to the ongoing impact of remote work and declining commercial real estate values. While the banking sector remains broadly stable, with over 99% of institutions considered well capitalized, the rising defaults in commercial real estate, particularly in office, are concerning. Regional and community banks, which hold a higher portion of commercial real estate loans, are also showing increased delinquency rate, indicating potential challenges. We already knew this. We've talked about it, but just reinforcing that. Now, here's the interesting part. Real estate market trends. In October, existing home sales in the U.S. rose by 3.4% to an annual rate of 3.96 million, making the first year-over-year increases since July 2021.
Wow.
The uptick was driven by a temporary decline in mortgage rates, which encouraged buyers to re-enter the market. However, sales remain below pre-pandemic levels, and rising mortgage rates continue to change affordability. Barbara Corcoran highlighted that a significant drop in mortgage rate could stimulate the market. Of course it will, right? So the question is, in 2025, will we break the 6% barrier? I think if we get rates in the high 5s,
yes,
we'll be back into
I think there is so much dry powder. There are so many people who would like to jump back in. It's the interest rate. Affordability is based on interest rates and all. So you're so right. Yeah. And there are a lot more product too. One of my friend told me KB Homes have how many? 24,000 homes or 240,000 homes. I apologize. I mean, I should have written it down, that they have inventory, that they are pushing it right to the first time home buyer, and they're giving 3%. Please don't quote me, but check out, do your research. KB homes in good markets are giving lower interest rate, buying down interest rate to 3%, 3.25 or something. So
In Las Vegas, the housing market continues to show resilience. October saw the condo and townhome market segment reach an all-time high of 300,000, 299,500 for
wow.
condos and townhomes here in Las Vegas, an
Aha.
increase of nearly 11% from the previous year. Single-family homes prices approached record levels as well, indicating that we have strong, as we were saying, strong demand here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So very interesting. Then I did pull a little bit of franchise data, because franchise brings in 750 billion plus into the GDP annually now, give or take. 2025 is expected to see positive growth with moderate increase in franchise leads and continue to trend towards strong interest in franchising. We're definitely seeing that. More and more people want to own their own business.
Yeah.
Franchising is a natural path because it's like a business in a box where you get the blueprint, right? Because some people coming from corporate have never run a business, don't know how to do books, don't know marketing. There's steady growth. Most analysts predict a moderate increase in franchise development by about 3 to 5%. Marketing focus, franchise companies should prioritize robust marketing strategies. They're doing that. Positive economic factors, the prime rate has dropped down from 8.5 down to 7.75.
Yep.
I think we'll see by the predictions are by March of 2025, the rates to be in the high sixes,
Yes.
6.72 for SBA, for the 7A loan,
Oh,
for the prime rate. So a
Uh-huh.
lot of people were struggling because they were at Wall Street Journal prime plus a margin. They were 11 and a quarter. Now they're starting to come down. So it's going to ease a lot of the stress on some of these businesses that had the SBA 7A financing, which was tied to Wall Street prime. So that's all positive. We're going to
Yep.
continue to see business acquisitions. I think we'll continue to see large acquisitions. We just saw in the news that Blackstone just bought Jersey Mike Subs for $8 billion.
What?
$8 billion. They bought
Oh,
so
no.
Blackstone now is so you're going to see more private equity come into business ownership. So they bought to 2,500. They bought the whole business for $8 billion. So that was
Wow. My
yeah.
friend actually owned 8 of them in North Carolina. Can you believe it? I think he made a lot of money then. That's awesome. Beautiful. But see, the thing is, what we try to bring every week, the new news and everything. And in our forte, what I do with multifamily, with senior livings, with hospitality, like that. Brother Beau is in franchising, into loans. I mean, he's one individual who has so many connections. He can creatively finance any deal because he's got so many contacts and everything, and banks and all, and SBA. He's the professional in that, and SA loans and 504 loans, all those, right? So I'm really happy that this data is amazing. And you also mentioned about GoBundance. I know I was in GoBundance also. Tell us a little bit more. This is a group of individuals who really meet in different smaller groups. They've become very big now. Pat is a great friend of mine, and of course, other partners. Tim is also founders, right?
Yeah. When I first started with them, they had 150. Now they have 900. And then they started a ladies division. So today we had a co-ed meeting, and they have what they call micro tribes. So they have one on podcasting, they have one on personal brand, they have it on short-term rentals, they have a multifamily syndication. So I was in the brand building one today, and it's co-ed. So it was mostly women, and then maybe 2 or 3 guys. I was one of them, but it was a great group of entrepreneurs, some syndicators, some like private equity, and then one lady she teaches people how to own and operate short-term rentals.
Oh, wow.
So a good group, and it's just really about building your personal brand, because we all know the more you build your brand, more business comes to you as it being a key person of influence. So I like to do that. I call it marketing. I didn't coin the name, but you want to market one to many, and you want people to come to you instead of you chasing them. And that's the way I've positioned my business.
So
Yeah.
true, so true. I wanted to mention, as you said, personal branding. I really admire my good friends Rory Vaden and AJ Vaden. They are great friends of mine. I've known them for 25 years, by the way. Wow, even longer. And they have just Rory wrote two top sellers on New York list, and he's been one of the top person. And I've been texting him and all. Their company's name is Brand Builder buildersgroup.com, brandbuildersgroup.com, just as a little to give them a shout out. And they really do fabulous job. They have been working with very big names, influencers also, and they have a very simple program too. I went through their demo so that, if anybody's looking to really promote your brand, reach out to them, Rory and AJ Waden.
Yeah, I
Just
actually,
Google them.
before I didn't realize that you had a personal relationship with them, and I had one day I'd stumbled onto Rory's book, and
Yeah,
I listened to it, and then I started following him on social media. I love he's great. He is
he's
really
great.
top notch. Yeah,
He
he's
is. He really is. Very straightforward, both Rory and AJ. And I just brought them up today because you were mentioning about personal branding, and they have done extremely well. And they are straight people. They are clean people. They're from Nashville, Tennessee. That's where my old company was when I sold books and encyclopedias door to door. Then I did fundraising, consulting, and motivation speaking and presentations and all. So I've known them from that long time back. So they're great people. Hey, what a show, Bo. Thanks for again, and we'll see you next week. I know Thanksgiving is next week, so have a great Turkey Day, guys. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this will come out about after Thanksgiving because we record now 1 week earlier, have our editors put some jibes into it, and then we publish it in podcast and reels and cuts and so forth like that. But we want to thank you, everybody who's following us. And if you like the content, please share, comment, and pass on this episode to other people. God bless you, and we really value your friendship. And if we can be of any help, Bo and I, please reach out to us. And happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great one.
See you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Bo and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
So do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to connecting with you in the future.